What legislative measures do you believe are crucial for ensuring food safety in small businesses?
Well, we do have a lot of regulations out there, and some people say there's too many regulations, but it is very important to make sure people have safety. Again, with your
Yeah,
background, growing up in a restaurant business, you know
really
that
important.
everything's got to be spick and span, or you're not going to be able to open up and serve well. My father always said the most important job at Mrs. T's was sanitation. That normally you had a first and second shift of production, and third shift crew came in and sanitized, from top to bottom, because you can't run a good operation if you're not a clean operation. Um, we were inspected by the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture because of the bakery flour end of the business.
That's interesting.
Um, we do not have meat inspectors come in because we don't really make a meat product. We have a different business that makes pot stickers that has meat inspection. So the USDA comes in from a federal level, and from before you start prepping your ingredients, this inspector's on site watching everything that happens, overlooking and overseeing until you pack that last product up. So there are a lot of people who are there to make sure you're making a good product for people. Sometimes the regulation gets a little crazy. My father tells a story that he was very proud of running a clean plant. So the Pennsylvania Department of Ag comes in. Actually, this was the federal, because we were selling pierogies to the um, commissaries through the military. We had the department come in from the federal government, and they did an inspection. And he goes, "This is really terrific. I want to congratulate you. I'm giving you 100%. Normally we don't give 100, but you guys earned it. You have a really clean plant. I'm proud of you." And it came to a point where they would actually, the PA Department of Ag would bring people in who they're training and take them through our plant with a dozen inspectors and say, "This is what you should find." Now, you're not going to find many plants like this, so we're very proud. So this other inspector from the feds came in, and he goes, "Well, you got another," and these are unannounced. They just show up and you
Yeah.
take them through. "You have another 100%. Like, that's awesome. And he goes, "I'll be back with my boss," because he wasn't very happy last time. He goes, "There's no such thing as 100%. So 3 days later,
They always find
right,
something.
the inspector comes with his boss, and they go through the plant, and they get a 98% because there was a sign missing on the door that said employees must wash hands, after
Yeah.
using the restroom. And that sign was down because there was a sign on the door that said wet paint. But he didn't care. Gave us our 2 points off and left, and then we continue to get 100% from then on in. But yes, we have not looked at any legislation lately on food safety. But of course, if that comes in, it would be nice to be able to use my experience from the food
Yeah.
business to do that. That's what's interesting about the job. There's 203 representatives, and they all come from different angles and different experiences. And as a business guy, I bring a different look, and I found out that politics is not like business. In business world, you try, you make your deals, you work hard. If you're not 100% happy with with the deal, and the other side's not 100% happy, it's a fair deal, it's a good deal. But in politics, it sort of means like, well, we got to crush you.
There's
We
never
got
a good
It's
deal.
like, no, it's like, I'm going to stop wanting to play with you if you're not nice.
How can small business owners stay better informed and compliant with food safety regulations?
Well, that would be, again, checking with your inspectors who are coming in, because they're the people in the field who, and you find out what's important to them. And I'm sure in your business you found that this person is going to come in and this is what they're concerned about and this is where we're going to work.
Yeah.
And for the most part, we hope it's a cooperation, because it's not a gotcha business, because we all want to make sure people are safe. So that's how it best serves people, is work together, and if they make the suggestions, you try to make it happen.
Mr. Twardzik father said the most important job at Mrs. T's was sanitation. The first and second shifts were the production crews, and third shift sanitized. It's very engaging how his father's emphasis of food safety aligns with my interest in food safety. I love that he said, "You can't run a good operation if you're not a clean operation." That's completely right. Inspectors always gave Mrs. T's 100%, and the fact that new inspectors were taken there to learn what a factory should look like is brilliant. The story of the boss coming in and giving them a 98% because of a reasonably missing sign gave me a good laugh. It highlights that inspectors can be very nitpicky, and a 100% is always well deserved. It's essential to find out what's important to inspectors because food safety should be a cooperation where we all strive to make the world safer.